just like you, and I think that anybody can really apply this principle. If you're someone that's struggling with direction, you don't know how to get started in like making something happen, then that's absolutely fine. Hey guys, it's Campbell here from Maximise Your Money. On this channel, we show you how to make, manage and multiply your money. So if maximizing your money is something that you're interested in, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more content like this, and go ahead and like the video if you loved this one in particular. An extra special reason to do so is because today we're going to be covering a really exciting topic, one that's extremely important in the art of money getting, and one that is actually really overlooked, not just in money getting, but in actually getting anything that we want in life. Now, this video has been particularly inspired by a very, very well-known book called Think and Grow Rich. And this book is like pretty much a classic in terms of being able to achieve something that we want in our lives, particularly with an emphasis on money. And I've read this book multiple times. Read it first when I was 17. I can say it's definitely changed my entire life. And really the entire concept behind this is really being able to show ourselves and see how our thoughts and thinking really does pretty much control our entire life when it comes to our health, relationships, our career, how we go about doing certain things, and most importantly, literally our money as well. So how can we actually use our thoughts to be able to make more money or achieve our financial goals? I'm going to be covering that in this video in particular, and of course not financial advice. This is just all from my own experience and own learning as well. So I mean, the first things first that I want to get into is that Think and Grow Rich has a really, really core theme throughout it, and one of the number one things of Think and Grow Rich is being able to have a definite goal or a definite major purpose, as it's called in the book. And essentially, in basic terms, it just means when it comes to finances, when it comes to getting something that we want, if we're able to actually be concrete about what we want and say, right, this is my financial goal, this is what I want to achieve in terms of money, and that is something that you are passionate about, you actually believe in, then that is the very first place to begin. And often people don't even start off with a financial goal because they might have, several doubts about their ability to achieve it. They may just not see the value in actually making goals and not decide to do it at all. And it's a really, really big point to actually set a financial goal in the first place and put it into writing, have it somewhere that you're able to see it and recite it by memory, like actually know what your goal is, right? And then once you've got that goal, be able to actually back it with a burning desire, like actually really want that goal and really believe that you can have it. And this is such a key point, because actually how many times have you gone out, set a goal for yourself, got really excited about it, but maybe not been like really into that goal? Like maybe it was more of a superficial one, like it would be a nice to have, but it's not something that you get up and you're like, right, I am going after this today, this is what I want. When it's not a big desire of yours, you're not going to be as motivated to achieve that thing, and the chances are you're not going to take as much action to be able to actually make that goal come true. So two things, really, really important. Define what the dream is in a financial standpoint. Maybe it's a certain amount per year, maybe it's a certain amount that you want to have in the bank, maybe it's like a certain net worth goal that you want to have. And then following that, you would actually then be really, really into the goal by making sure it's something that you genuinely care about, right? And that really gets you up in the morning. And one of the ways that we're able to do that, if you're somebody that actually struggles to find that motivation, or actually, it's hard to get going on a goal and like persist with it, as your financial goals will take effort, of course, like most things worth having in life. And one of the ways that the book tells you how to actually do that is by being able to take advantage of something called auto-suggestion. And if you guys have never heard of this before, auto-suggestion, in my definition, is being able to actually take advantage of programming our mind. So what I mean by that is that there are two types of thoughts that we'll typically have, like our conscious thinking. So these are things that like we'll think on a conscious level, like maybe it will be like, okay, what am I going to eat for dinner today? Is it going to be salad, or is it going to be noodles? Like, something simple like that. But in the background of our like mind or like what's going on all the time is that we'll also have our subconscious mind running, and subconscious mind is something that is always going on. It's just allowing us to actually take control of other things that we are not consciously aware of. So for example, like I might be blinking, I'm not thinking about blinking. I might be breathing, I'm not thinking about breathing. These are things that happen automatically and subconsciously, and our subconscious mind has a very powerful effect because it can work for us when we're not even aware of it. And of course, if we're able to actually get our financial goals or just any goals that we want, of course, you can apply this thinking method to anything that you want. And I'll talk about my experiences with this in a moment for you, so make sure you stick around for the end for that. But if there is a real clear point where you actually are able to keep on thinking about the thing that you want, then it is going to actually go over to the subconscious section of your mind where, it's like a lyric, right? If you hear a song again and again and again, sometimes you might just randomly be in like the shower or just walk in and then just have the lyrics in your head. That's going on subconsciously. Same thing with our goals. If we're able to think about our goals literally all the time. And the method that he says in the book is to actually, every morning when you wake up, think about your goal, read it out loud. When you go to bed before night, read it out loud, think about your goal, because those are really powerful times. And really, I think one of the best things that you could do is just think about your goals as often as possible, right? Like have a reminder on your phone, have it somewhere where you're at every day. Like I have my goals right in front of me at my desk, and it's a constant reminder. And what tends to happen is that because you're like repeating your goals all the time, they'll affect like how you think. Like you'll just catch yourself thinking about things in the day related to your goal, how you can achieve it. You'll get new ideas. Certain things are going to start clicking for you because now your brain is occupied on how it can actually achieve that goal on your behalf without you having to consciously think about it. So I hope that makes sense. That's something that for the first time reading it, it was like almost too good to be true. I thought, wow, is that legit? But then I kind of thought about the opposites of it. It's like, actually, if I don't set a goal, if I'm not thinking about something that I want, then typically what happens is the opposite effect. If you don't have any goals for yourself, typically you can just drift. Imagine if you wake up and for that day you've got zero plans, you don't know what you're doing, you're not working towards anything, then chances are that day is most likely going to be wasted. So it's like, if you wake up first thing in the morning, hopefully you've already got a plan from like the night or week before. But one of the best things that you can do is to write out a plan so you've got some direction. And this is what actually having goals can do for our thinking, and why actually thinking constantly about our financial goals can help. This is something that when I first learned about it, I actually used for multiple things, and one of them in particular was definitely within my career. Like as soon as I have got like a definite goal that I want to work towards or a financial objectives, I definitely put it in writing, and I'm constantly thinking about that all the time. Like when it comes to my career, for example, I've always focused on being able to look at what I need to achieve to reach my objectives, and I will literally obsess about that, and I will just think about it all the time. I'll make sure that I can actually devote my full attention to it, so I'm actually achieving my goals. And my thought process throughout the day is going to be very much focused on actually making sure that I can make the vision in my head a reality. Now, if I didn't have these things in writing, if I didn't think about these things, instead if I was thinking about, just totally unrelated things, right, I don't think I'd have the success that I do today. And it's something that I continually actually use today. I actually was using this method to actually create my self-promoted career opportunity, which I've successfully done now. Really excited about that. Of course, if some of you guys know, I've been really fanatical about sales in my career, and I've been able to promote from a consulting level to an account executive. And now that I've actually achieved this, my new focus is going to be on absolutely crushing what I'm doing, making sure I'm able to stay focused and really keep progressing to the levels that I want to. So something that has definitely worked for me. I'm not special, I'm just like you, and I think that anybody can really apply this principle. If you're someone that's struggling with direction, you don't know how to get started in like making something happen, then that's absolutely fine. Just like put out what you want, make sure you actually believe it, make sure you're definite about the thing that you do want, and then literally just get obsessed about it. And you'll find day by day, you'll start having ideas, you'll start getting creative. The more you think about it, the more you're going to actually realize how you can make it happen. And like everything that somebody wants to achieve in their life, most of the times when you begin, you don't know how you're actually going to get the thing that you want. Maybe you don't know how you're going to make a certain amount of money or have a certain amount of money in your bank account or investments. But actually, if you commit those goals to writing and think about them all the time and work towards them every single day, which is what happens when you actually think about your goals, you start taking so much more action. Eventually, that thing can magically unfold in a way that you would never have imagined, because you have literally thought it and created it and worked towards it into existence, right? So I hope that makes a lot of sense for you guys. Of course, it's not just thinking and wishing that magical things are going to fall into your lap without doing anything. Made it a big point to actually say that yes, it takes work, it takes persistence. You are going to need to act upon your goals that you have in writing, but by actually persisting and following through and not giving up on what you want to achieve, then you have as good a chance of any of actually doing that. So guys, I hope you've really enjoyed that video. If you did, please go and hit the thumbs up button to let others know about this valuable content. Of course, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well for more useful content like this. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.